Welcome to the world of Farah Qureshi.
My name is Farah Qureshi and I'm a jewellery designer.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background and what you do?
I design handmade jewellery in London. I went to art college a while ago to study three-dimensional design and metalwork. Prior to that, I've always been creative. I've made things and drawn and painted since I was very small. And I did a short jewellery making course when I was a teenager. So have been making things since then.
So what was the first piece of jewellery that you ever made?
I first made a brooch, and it was made in red and black perspex with a silver backing to it. That was my first experience of making something.
And when was your first sale?
My first sale was probably shortly after that. I started to make pieces in polymer clay and another type of clay and resin, and I started to sell my work then.
What made you decide to become a jeweller?
I love to work on a small, intricate scale, and also learning about jewellery opened up a whole new world where I was learning lots of new things, new technique, and I just love working in quite a detailed way as well. And it took me into a new direction and a new world.
So what inspires you?
So many things inspire me. Life is inspiring. I am inspired by travelling to different places, and I get a lot of ideas through that. I'm inspired by going to places like botanical gardens, looking at images like microscopic algae. I go and see art exhibitions, and I'm inspired by paintings and sculpture.
How would you describe your brand?
My brand is a contemporary jewellery brand based in London. My designs are based around the concept of simplicity, so I would guess my brand is very much about that.
How would you describe your customer and who buys your jewellery?
My customer base is quite broad, so I think young people appreciate the designs as well as people who are older. Men and women both buy my jewellery. They are based in the United Kingdom and they are also international. So my jewellery has gone off to lots of different countries in the world.
Tell us a little bit about some key pieces that you've created for autumn, winter, and then moving forward to spring, summer 2015.
I have created many different designs, and I now work in 18 karat gold and use colourful gemstones. So some of those pieces are batch production. I don't create huge amounts of those pieces. Some of those pieces have been based around microscopic algae, and some of the pieces have been based around travelling to Australia as well. So there's one piece called the Fraser Island Ring, which is made in 18 karat recycled gold with an aquamarine stone and white diamond. It was based around a visit to the island, and I happened to pick up a dried plant on a very sandy beach while I was there, and that inspired me to create that. I have another piece which is a two-stone pendant, which is based around microscopic algae. Looking at the images and creating colourful drawings around that inspired me to create that particular piece.
Plant life is really inspirational to you. Have you experimented even more with that? Then have you created any more key pieces around the theme of this?
Yes, I live very near Kew Gardens, so in the past gone down to the botanical gardens to do drawing, and from doing those drawings I've created several items of jewellery which have then been broadened out to become different collections.
So describe your process.
I start my process by gathering a range of ideas, and that can be through photographs that I've taken, looking at the natural world. I either create paper maquettes or card maquettes, or I draw designs straight into my sketchbook. Once I've got a range of designs and ideas, I can then start experiment with metal and start to produce samples, which then go towards create different collections. Sometimes the collections are very small, and from a very small collection I can then broaden out and introduce more pieces. My one-off pieces process is very similar, except that pieces are possibly more high-end and include precious stone and other gemstones.
Where are you based in London? Where can we find you?
I'm currently based at Oxo Tower. I sometimes make my jewellery from there. I have a showcase of jewellery within the gallery, which is called Jewellery, and my jewellery can be purchased from there and other galleries and shops around the United Kingdom. My website is www.farahqureshi.co.uk.
If you would like to know more about Farah Qureshi, go to her website or follow the links. Thank you for listening.